Hi, I'm Jack Zucker, author of Sheets of Sound for Guitar. We're going to explore a few ways of playing inside and outside over an A minor 7 chord. This will give you a flavor for what some of the guys like McCoy Tyner, Chick Corea, and so forth are thinking and doing, as well as some approaches you can use to come up with some original ideas of your own. Now, the simplest thing is just to displace the chord by a half step. And we're going to take the A minor 7 chord. I'm going to play an A minor pentatonic, or in other words, a C major pentatonic over it. And first we're going to do inside, and then we're going to throw some outside stuff in. So here's the backing track, and here's the A minor 7. Now I'm going to go up a half step this time in the middle of the run. So that's the easiest way to do it. That's just taking a line and displacing it. Very slowly, I'm playing something like this. And you can come at it from a number of different directions. Typically, what sounds the best is the forward motion approach, where you're taking the outside notes and you're starting them on an upbeat. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it sounds better to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That sounds better because it perpetuates the motion and it gives you a feeling of movement in the line. Now, when you're coming back out of it, let me go back to the background so you can hear this in time. When you're coming back out of it, sometimes it sounds good to pivot back into the main key. And of course, the other technique I'm using there is I'm employing rhythmic dissonance by taking triplets but playing them in 4-note groupings. So I don't know if I can count it and play it at the same time because I'm not good at that talking kind of explaining thing while I'm playing, but I'll demonstrate it with the background going on and hopefully you can get a flavor for it. So a regular triplet would be... What I'm going to do is I'm going to play 4 notes, and I'm going to use the same triplet feel. And even 5-note groupings, but within the triplet. Now, when you combine that with moving it up a half step, now another technique you can use to play outside, instead of simply displacing the idea, which I did a few minutes ago, another way to take is to take a line itself that does not outline a chord. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a very, very simple line and we're going to move that line around on the fingerboard. And let's hear the background again. Slowly. You can even pull off one of those notes. of course it's important to work your way back in once you get back out, because if you play outside but don't bring it back into the context of the chord, then it just sounds like you don't know what you're doing. So here it is. Let's listen to it with me not bringing it back in. Now let's bring it back in. And let's take another pattern, just a very, very simple pattern. We're going to take those 3 notes and we're going to move them around on the fingerboard. Now, in that position, it happens to be the 4th, the minor 3rd, and the 11th of the chord. We can take the same pattern and move it to other strings. Now, at the end of that, what I played was once again a 5-note grouping within a triplet phrase. And so let's take that in a little more detail. And we're going to take just a part of the A minor scale, or you can look at it as an A Dorian. Let's play triplets. Now, to convert that to a 5-note grouping, I'm going to add 2 more notes. Let me try that again using actually 5 notes. And if we move that in and out, or a little bit differently, and we'll alternate between triplets, real triplets, and then 5/3 triplets. Now, what I came down with on that last riff is a really interesting pattern. I talk about it in my book a little bit, but it's basically just moving a diatonic sequence through a set of fourths so that we take it down all the sets of strings. And sometimes I change the line a little bit to make it a little bit more dissonant or a little bit more geometric in shape. But the basic line is to take something like this. But if we play that with some of these different feels and with some of these different displacements, we can bring it inside and out.